is that the battle over the zonal.
Ready. The kid is there. They didn't have it.
The battle over the zonal place between Hungary
And now we would like to ask all the fencers to line up for the
and
introduction.
Ukraine. That's been settled. And the Hungarian women's saber team, for the first time in history, will go to the Olympics.
So please meet the fencers in the team competition in the debate. First of all, on piste yellow, first semi-final. Representing Poland, Zuzana Cieslar, Silvia Matuszak, Marta Puda, and Angelika Vator. Their opposition for this match, representing Korea, Soyeon Choi, Ji Young Kim, Ji Yeon Seo, and Ji Soo Yeon. Second semi-final on best 5, representing Italy, Michela Battisto, Martina Criscio, Rosetta Gregorio, and Irene Vecchi.
It's the Italian lineup.
For this semi-final match, representing France, Sarah Balzer, Cecilia Werder, Manon Brunet, and Charlotte Lembach.
Now, what we don't know is who.
For the 5th to the 8th position. First of all, on piste green, representing Hungary,
What we don't know is who is starting and what the running order is.
For this match,
But we will find out shortly.
Chika Aoki, Misaki Emura, Shihomi Fukushima, and Norika Tamura.
For the first time in the history,
One other match
India
for
will
the
be go
5th to the 8th position on piste 8.
qualification now.
Representing Russia,
The Indian
Arina
girls,
Mosejko,
individual.
Olga Nikitina, Sofia Pozniakova, and Svetlana Shevelyeva. In their opposition for this one, representing Ukraine, Olga Kadlan, Arina Komashchuk, Olena Kravatska, and
Well,
Olena
they're
Zvorenina.
introducing the placings matches as well. I'm going to scamper back and see if I can get the paperwork.
The- So while we're waiting to start this match in the semifinal between Italy and France, the two countries who own the most Olympic medals in history, the traditional great fencing countries, we now have etched in stone all of the qualifications for the Tokyo Olympics in women's saber. And here's what we know. Here are the teams who will be going to Tokyo: Russia, France, Italy, Korea, Hungary, the United States of America, China, and Tunisia. The individuals who will be going along with those who will be competing for those teams will be Harlan of Ukraine, Kuntura of Greece, Imura of Japan, Page of Canada, Hafez of Egypt, and last but not least is Bhavani Devi of India, therefore becoming the first Indian fencer in history to compete at the Olympics in the modern era. Quite an accomplishment. So there you have it.
All we know so far is that it is Balzer on first for France, Vecchi on for Italy.
Okay, thank
It
you.
looks like Miklos Kosa. No, it's Medat El Bakri and Vladislav Sheamus. No. It is Marius Floria and Miklos Kosa who are our referees. So
Tap from the right from
we
Balzer.
said in the Japan match that Cecilia Berde looked winded. She's in reserve for this match. So it's Lembach, Brunet, and Balzer. And it is Battistone, Gregorio and Vecchi to start for Italy. Martina Crischio is in reserve. So it is Vecchi to open, obviously. Balzer to open for France. Balzer will close for France. Rosella Gregorio will close for Italy.
Yeah, Berder took a tumble there in that previous match.
Well, Berder, we talked about this also, that, when Berder picked up silver medal last night, and that can take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
So she's going to...
It's very hard to come back the second day when you're so emotionally and physically spent in the individual, but they do it. These are professional athletes. They can do it.
Well, I would imagine that they're resting Cecilia Berder in advance of the bronze and gold medal matches later.
So both of these teams have qualified for Tokyo. What's at stake is the potential seeding in the top 4.
Yeah, so let's say that Italy overtakes France or beats France here. Is there room there for Italy to overtake them in the seedings?
Yes, Italy can definitely overtake France. Would have to finish 2 spots ahead, 2nd to 4th or 1st to 3rd, to overtake them.
Well, good start for France here. 5 for Sarah Balzer, only 1 for Irene Vecchi, and we'll have Charlotte Lembach and Rosella Gregorio on in the second leg, and our target score here is 10.
Attack and preparation from the right from Lembach. France off to a strong start here. Attack by Gregorio. David, regardless of who overtakes who, France or Italy, the truth of the matter is they cannot draw each other in Japan and Tokyo until the semifinals. In the round of 8, they cannot draw each other because they're both ranked in the top 4.
Right.
So whatever happens here, they won't see each other again potentially until the semifinals at the earliest in Tokyo.
That's an interesting point.
Attack and preparation from the right. I wouldn't go for the replay, if you ask me.
Well, they listen to you.
We have ways of communicating.
Someone does.
Referee not sure on this one. Did Lembach pull her arm back on this one? Maybe.
Yeah, Miklos Kosa is going to go over to the scoring table and have a look. Every piece is full here with the placings matches, and Hungary is facing Japan and Russia is facing Ukraine.
So with Bhavani Devi of India qualifying for the Olympic Games, an historic event, first Indian to do so in the modern era, quite a sacrifice she made by moving to Italy and training. She's going to be a national hero in her country.
Oh, of course. So, did she qualify on a zonal basis?
Yes. And more important than being famous in her country, you wonder, it's a huge country with a huge population, will this cause India to take up fencing? Could it grow?
Well, in the way that, say, in China,
yeah,
it has become so popular.
Right.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah. I remember in the United States, gymnastics wasn't the biggest thing. Mary Lou Retton won some medals or whatever. Next thing you know, the Carollis are there, and it took off. It could be a catalyst for fencing growing in a country where it hadn't previously done so.
Well, the FIE has done a remarkable job in terms of introducing fencing and supporting fencing in countries, that are new to the sport. We have the Donate Your Fencing Gear program at all the World Championships, where athletes from countries like Italy and Hungary and France and the U.S. donate and the manufacturers themselves. A country like Guatemala, for example, can make a list of what they need to seed a fencing program, and then the athletes and the manufacturers themselves donate that, so that they can get a start. So I think it's fabulous news that she's been.
It's great news.
Yeah. So that's a bit of history. And Hungary, the women's saber team, for the first time in history, is going to make an appearance at the Olympics.
And I'd like to commend, you, David, and the FIE, and Karen and Graham, because certainly the impact of the YouTube channel going all around the world to people who ordinarily wouldn't see fencing has certainly helped the sport grow. I'm new in the team here. I'm happy to be here. I'm honored to be here. But you've been there since the beginning, and my hat's off to you and to Karen Bashir.
Well, it's had an effect.
Yeah.
Well, now both referees, Marius Florea and Miklas Kosa, are over having a big, long look.
Here they come. Change. The call was changed. And you know what? That's the beauty of video replay.
That's what it's there for.
It's there to get it right. And congratulations to the referees for not putting their egos ahead of it and willing to overturn the call, because it's not easy as a referee.
Well, 5 there for Charlotte Lembach, 5 for Rosella Gregorio, and 10-6 we go into the third. Michaela Battiston on for Italy. Manon Brunet making her first appearance for France. So, scheduled for 1 o'clock in about 45 minutes, we'll see the first of the men's saber team competition, starting with the round of 32, then 16, and we'll be taking a break until about 4 o'clock when the men's round of 8 begins.
There should be some real good battles there.
And when we get to that, then I don't know if you want to do a preview of things that we'll be looking for. And
yeah, as we get closer, I think definitely we should do that.
well, Battiston with the.
I give you big news, yeah? I give you big news. Yeah?
With her fourth there. Only needs one more to close out this leg, and she does it. 2 for Battiston, 5 for Brunet. So 15-8. We roll into the fourth. Irene Vecchi back on for Italy to face Charlotte Lembach for France.
All right, it's time for someone on the Italian side to make a little bit of a run here.
I'm trying to see what's going on over on the yellow piste, and it looks like Poland is up 10-8 over Korea in our other semifinal. But Italy just doesn't seem to be able to find the...
They're looking for maybe that one big leg. Someone has to have run off a few touches in a row.
Well, they're leaking points, you know, leg by leg here.
Yep.
And the more they do that, the bigger an ask it will be to have one of those explosive match-changing performances. Yeah, it's very noisy in here. And when the referees have masks on, it becomes even more difficult to hear the call to action. Looks like Brunet took a shot close to the throat. There hasn't been any, sorry, Lembach, not Brunet. There hasn't been any call for medical assistance.
Okay, here they come. Simultaneous. Nice riposte by Vecchi.
Yep.
You do a straight lunge in the middle of the piece like that, you're at risk of a riposte. It's not the best place to do it. And the reason it's not the best place to do it because your opponent has the ability to retreat while taking the parry. It's just it's right in the middle of the open ground.
Well, Lembach realized her error only seconds before disaster hit. Now Vecchi is picking up the pace here.
Look, attack in preparation from the right. And Vecchi acknowledged as well. Vecchi pushing. Back to the end of the piece and scores. That's the way to do it. Your odds are significantly increased when you push your opponent to the back of the piece like that than when you do it right in the middle of the box where they are right now. Attack in preparation from Lembach. She beat Vecchi to the punch a few times in that leg.
Well, there's 6 for Irene Vecchi, so 1 net gain for Italy in that leg. But still a 6-point France lead as we go into the 5th. Michaela Battiston for Italy, Sarah Balzer for France. As we said earlier, Cecilia Verde is taking a break. She is in reserve for this semifinal match.
Balzer fenced very well yesterday.
She did. But she, like Manon Brunet, fell to Yoon Ji-soo of Korea, who picked up a bronze medal.
Yep. She did some damage to the French team yesterday. But I was very impressed with Balzer's fencing.
Yeah.
She's fencing well. And she won her first leg here 5-1.
Now the referees are back over at the scoring table. There's a problem with the, I just saw Tristan over there. There was a problem with the replay computer.
Every now and then it fails, and you can't find the last action when there's a challenge. And the rule is that the original call stands if the replay doesn't.
If you can't, yeah.
You can't find it. Somewhat unfortunate, but it's the breaks.
All right, so that was Balzer's hit.
Attack no, counterattack yes, maybe closed out, maybe parried. Tried for the exact same thing, did Balzer, and Battistone adjusted and scored to the chest.
It's attacked through from Battistone.
Beauty, and that's the way to do it. You push your opponent to the end of the piece, because at that point they can't retreat anymore. They have to guess with the parry, and if you guess right, you win. Wow, that's an explosive attack by Battistone.
Yeah.
This is what Italy needs here, a little bit of a run. And that's the end of that particular run, because Balzer attacks in preparation. She had been hit on consecutive attacks, being pushed. She made up her mind she wasn't going back on that one.
Well, Balzer looking more for a stop hit than a parry or a priest fair. So that's not particularly
low percentage. We call that.
Yeah, that's. It's the wrong weapon.
Attack in preparation from Balzer on the right, and a parry and the repose for Battistone on the left. Very nice action. Nice.
Balzer puts a stop to that.
And that'll certainly make Battistone think twice again about the big explosive attacks, because she got hit there.
And that will take us out of the fifth. 5 for Balzer, 5 for Battistone, so no net drain for Italy, but we still have a 6-point France lead. Into the 6th, we will have Rosella Gregorio up to face Manon Brunet. I need to get my glasses prescription updated. So I looked up, we are at a significant distance
It's
from
pretty
Pace,
far, yeah.
But it looked to me like it was Crischio that had stood up to come out. It was not.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if Italy can get a little closer. Brunet pushing. Gregorio with point in line. Not anymore. It's a counterattack. And what happened is Brunet attacked to Gregorio's flank. And as I used to do as a lefty, I just stuck that arm back down there, and there's no more target to hit. Blocked it out, and Gregorio scored.
Tricks of the trade.
Yep. Righties do it too. There's some misconception that only lefties do it. The righty does the same action against a lefty. Attack from the right by Brunet.
Two big, quick, and important points for France here.
Attack all the way, says the referee for Gregorio. Cosa. Attack from the left. Video request by Brunet. Nope, changed her mind. Thought better of it and saves it. They get one per leg. Attack composé, which means it was a feint attack by Brunet as opposed to the first attack being short, where Gregorio would have the right to take over. And I believe Gregorio is challenging this. This is the ultimate gray area on that particular call. I mean, the rule of thumb more often than not is the attack is no. Every now and then you hear the referee say attack composé, composite attack.
Well, they went over to the scoring table, the referees,
Yeah.
and just immediately came back.
Which means that they're not going to change the call most likely.
Well, Miklos Kosa is explaining in detail to Rosella Gregorio
Okay.
what the call is.
And what he said is Brunet initially stopped, but then she started her second action before Gregorio started hers. That's the way he explained it. You could see by his hand motions. And Gregorio has to feel a little snake bitten there because that action was sort of similar, but she definitely stopped and Brunet took over. And that's attack and preparation from Gregorio. All the actions in the box, that little 4-meter zone there in between the on-guard lines. I think it's time for the fencers to get out of the box.
See the world. That will end the 6th. Rosella Gregorio clearly unhappy, but 5 for Manon Brunet, 5 for Rosella Gregorio. Again, no leaking of points for Italy, but it's still a 6-point France lead. As we go into the all-important 7th, 8th, and 9th legs, it will be Charlotte Lembach on for France to face Michaela Battiston.
Okay, it's time for, there's only 3 legs to go. We're 2/3 of the way through this match, and it's time for Italy to start whittling away at that French lead.
Well, the only Italian fencer that has scored more than 5 points, that has had a net pickup of 1, was Michaela, oh no, sorry, it was Irene Vecchi. And we'll see her in the 8th leg.
And a good start for Battiston. That's attack and preparation from the right. Okay, now they got out of the box, finally. Attack from Battiston is no. Counterattack from Lembach is yes. I heard some blade contact, so maybe it was counterattack with opposition where you block your opponent's blade. Lembach with a long attack. Battiston pulled distance, made Lembach fall short, stopped on a dime, and then made her new attack. Scored. Well,
Good showing here from Battiston.
Attack from the left. First was short, and then she continued, did Battiston. Lembach with a counterattack too late. This could be the run that we were talking about.
Well, she's got 4 on the board in this leg.
That's the other way there. This time she got hit in preparation by Lembach, who scored on that now. 2 of her 3 touches have been exactly the same, attack and preparation. So there's a false start from Lembach on the right. The rule of thumb is the referees give a warning, but not a card. The second time they'll give a yellow card.
Well, when you've got a noise level like we've got in here,
Yeah.
we've probably got about 8 matches that are going on. Then we tend to see more referee discretion in terms of
We have this. We've. I don't think I've seen many yellow cards the whole weekend. You're right.
not for going early.
Whoa! Oh! Ouch! One about to fall right on her left hip.
Well, I'm just looking to see if the referees are going to ask for some assistance. But Berde is up and looks like she's warming up.
We've seen a couple nasty tumbles today.
Yeah. Okay, Charlotte Limbach looks like she's okay. But that 35th point can't come fast enough for her, I don't think.
No. Battiston has attacked into a closed line a couple times. That's the second time and got hit. And that's that.
All right, so 5 for Charlotte Limbach, 5 for Michaela Battiston, and 35-29. We go into the 8th and penultimate leg, still with France holding a 6-point lead. Manon Brunet for France, Irene Vecchi for Italy. So between Vecchi and Gregorio, they're going to have to chip away. They have to get some points back here.
Yes, they can't just keep going 5-5. They need a 7-4 or something different.
There's only, yeah, as pointed out, there's only in the 4th with Vecchi that they broke that barrier, and it was worth exactly 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the thing is that Vecchi came out in the first and only had 1 hit.
It's a tough way to start. Attack by Brunet is no. Counterattack by Vecchi is good. Oh boy.
Big parry there from Irene Vecchi. And she's on a 4-0 run here.
That's how it happens in Sabre. It happens so quickly. The momentum can switch, and it apparently is about to here. Point in line. Not me. Wow, Vecchi on the preparation. She seems to know exactly what Brunet is going to do.
Well, it's a 1-point match now.
Yeah, it's wow. She's every action. She seems to be 1 step ahead of Brunet. Oh boy, ties the score. Vecchi on a roll. Attack from the left. Attacks, repose, counterattacks. Everything is working for Vecchi right now.
All right, now things, as Brunet gets her first point, things have gotten really interesting because the target score is 40. Vecchi had already overtaken Brunet in this leg, and it's the first one to get to 40.
Takes the lead. Attack no or attack yes? Let's see. Is it attack composé? And it is. Feint attack from the right. Well, it's a coin flip right now. It wasn't about a minute and a half ago.
France has held the lead throughout. But what was 6 points is now 1.
Attack from the right. So
Wow.
after that run, Vecchi succumbed to 2 of those same exact actions right in the box in the middle there, where she tried to attack in preparation. The referee gave the attack from Brunet.
Well, 8 in that leg for Irene Vecchi, 5 for Manon Brunet. No? There was a challenge.
I think the call just remained as the attack from the right.
There we go.
Amazing. Just a tremendous leg by Vecchi for the first 2/3 of that leg. Changed the whole match around. And then at the very end, it's almost like Brunet changed something and was able to make 3 attacks out of her final 4 touches right in the middle, provoking a counterattack. And that was very successful to stop the bleeding there by Brunet. Let's put it that way.
Well, what was a 6-point lead coming into the 8th is now a 3-point lead for France going into the 9th. Irene Vecchi finishes with a +3 indicator. And Battiston finishes with a -3. So it's all up to Rosella Gregorio and Sarah Balzer to tell us who's going into the gold medal match and who's fighting for 3rd.
Nice opening attack by Gregorio. Beauty by Gregorio. She waited for Balzer to attack in preparation and then picked up the blade and scored.
That falls into the category of what did you think was going to happen?
Well, she thought right. Referee says simultaneous. Still the attack from the right from Balzer, says Cosa. There's a nice attack from Gregorio.
We wanted a nice, exciting finish.
We got it.
We've come to the right place.
Yep. Para riposte from the left. And that's what the referee calls. And we're tied. Sort of the way it should be with the 2 countries with the most Olympic fencing medals in history. Attack from the left. Balzer was moving forward with the feet with those little mincing steps, but her arm was not. And the referee, Cosa, says Gregorio's the one who started. The attack is determined not by the footwork, but by the arm and the blade threatening your opponent's valid target. A lot of people think it's the footwork, but it's not. It's part of the tapestry, but it's based on what your arm is doing.
Well, it was a short review, and the call stands. And France has used their challenge.
Yes. And Italy's taken the lead for the 2nd time. Gregorio attacked to the inside line. Balzer was waiting there. Gregorio very aggressive with her footwork.
Well, it's a race to the finish.
Attack from the left.
Balzer can't let this go unanswered. or France.
I mean, we've clearly had an aggressor here in Gregorio. She is the provocateur here. It's time for Balzer to do something. But she has to wait for the referee to say allez. And that was it. Good for her. If I'm Balzer, I don't want to let Gregorio's train come out of the station. Don't retreat anymore. She's much more comfortable in that attack. Try something in the box maybe, or go after her.
43-43. They both stepped in, both stopped.
For me, Gregorio stopped. Balzer took over from the right. If there's blade action, I'm not sure. And the call is?
Together.
Okay. Fencers are okay with that.
Gregorio takes Italy to 44. They need one to win. France needs one to level. And Italy comes from behind in the 9th and final leg. And Italy will go into the gold medal match. France will fight for 3rd.
That's the beauty of these team matches. At any moment it could happen. It just seemed like France